Hi, I'm Glenn. This is Dave with NC Beer Guys. Coming to you at Christmas in our Christmas finery. And we promote NC Craft Beer online, ncbeerguys.com, in case you didn't know that. Today we're drinking particularly the Gizmo Peppermint Stiletto, which is based on the peppermint, on the regular Black Stiletto, which I love and had to have this. But we're also going to talk about a variety of great Christmas beers.
Our second set.
Our second set. We did a video last week as well where we talked about some of the other Christmas beers, and it's like everybody's doing Christmas beer. We couldn't possibly drink them all, but we didn't want to slight more than we had to, so we want to show some beer that we're not going to drink, and we encourage you to go out and find some of these other examples of the great seasonal brew that's being brewed across North Carolina.
Yep.
But we're going to drink the Peppermint Stiletto based on the Black Stiletto.
Yep.
But we don't want you to forget some of the other great stuff that's out there.
Which one do you want to do? What do you want to pick? Pick one.
Pick one.
So start with so Full Steam. This is an annual. It's Christmas every year.
Right.
So they have their
Christmas comes every year.
So the first frost, and this one is.
This hat bothers me.
It is a foraged persimmon ale. So you have the persimmons that take advantage of.
And Sean does a great thing. I just saw him. I knew this before, but I saw him out and about the other night talking about how they pay local people to bring in the persimmons.
Yep.
I think, if I may be getting this wrong, but I think it's like $2.50 a pound.
$2.50 a pound.
Okay.
So you have $3,300 returned to foragers and farmers at $2.50 a pound, and as he says, last year's persimmon harvest, followed by 6 months of conditioning, produced a smooth, complex, fruit-forward ale. Enjoy the subtle spice of foraged and farmed persimmons, complemented by the beer's Belgian ale yeast. So you have this great annual beer,
which is out of Full Steam in Durham.
and they basically brewed this one in the spring, and they age it for you.
Right.
So, props to that.
And of course, out of Asheville Brewing Company, we have the great Ninja Porter line. One of our favorite beers of all time was the ABC Ninja Porter.
Yep.
And they do a Valentine version with chocolate and maybe cherries or just chocolate, I forget.
It's that's Love Ninja.
Love Ninja, is it chocolate and cherry?
You may be thinking, I love the beer, I can't remember what it is.
This Ninja Bread Man,
holiday spices.
it's just got holiday spices and vanilla, and it's cinnamon. And we just drank this actually.
It's fantastic.
This is fantastic. So if you get a chance to pick up the ABC Ninja Bread Man, you want some of this. And it makes great cookies and cake. And this is a great beer for dessert or to cook with and to pair with.
Check the recipes online.
That's right.
Next, we've got Mother Earth. Their snow flavour.
Out of Kingston.
Yep, and we think this one's new. And this is a juniper rye in IPA. So this is going to be a new experience, and look for us to do a video on this next week.
Yeah, we've not had this yet, and actually we're going to save this for its own video, but it is seasonal. Not exactly as Christmassy as some of these others, but it is very seasonal. It's a winter beer, and the description on it, which we'll get into in another video, talks about it being so good after a snow day and that kind of thing. But it is a unique experience, and it's juniper rye IPA.
Yep.
So we're really looking forward to this out of Mother Earth, and like Dave said, we think it's the first year they've done this. So this will be brand new to us. Next,
from Triple C.
Yep, the White Blaze.
White Blaze, which is a holiday ale with spices. And I've heard from the source, I mean, this one definitely screams Christmas time. But now, you want to add a little perk to it. You take the Up All Night Breakfast Porter, which is, of course, the best cup of beer you'll have as a coffee. Best cup of coffee you'll have as a beer.
That's right.
Can't believe I messed that one up. Mix that with this. And what do you get?
Waiting up for Santa.
Waiting up for Santa. So you have this amazing coffee flavor with the holiday spices. Yeah. You've definitely got a holiday treat for that. You have to try it.
And that's one of the things people are doing more and more now. They're mixing their beers.
Yep. And
we think that's great because, as we've said 100 times, craft beer is all about experiences and your palate and experiencing the beer, how any beer does on your palate. And when you can take two great beers like this, and of course the Up All Night Breakfast Porter, and then mix them for a whole third experience from the two beers without having to wait on some brewer to brew it for you and provide it for you. You kind of do your own thing and find your own way. And find your own way through craft beer experience is what craft beer is all about. So we think that's great, and we think we should do that more and more.
And they both come out around the same time because the Up All Night Breakfast Porter just came out. So definitely mix those two.
And not to take anything away from any individual beer.
No,
but sometimes you can take two great individual experiences and
make it an enhanced experience.
And the great third experience.
That's right.
And the beer we want to talk about today, and actually go drink and Gizmo didn't forget you, and talking about all these other beers. This is out of the Gizmo Brew Works, and of course, it's based on the regular Black Stiletto Stout, as I said, which is one of my all-time favorites. And of that Black Stiletto, they say, quote, a sexy, silky stout adds panache to any social situation. So we brewed Black Stiletto Stout with an eye towards style. Its creamy head smells sweetly of roasted barley and caramel, giving away to the full-bodied blend of dark chocolate, toffee, and bready English ale yeast. Our choice ingredients create a rich and harmonious flavor profile that slides down the throat with a velvety mouthfeel. That just sounds sexy, like a Black Stiletto all to its own. A beautiful pour.
Thank you.
That is, and the lace, the beautifulness of that head.
Yeah, that lacing.
That is like ideal looking beer. Robust but not filling. Our Black Stiletto will make you do a double take. And of course, that's available year round and won the 2014 Carolina Championship of Beer Silver Medal Award. And then, Pimento Stiletto is here.
Pimento?
Pimento. Did I say pimento?
Yes, you did.
Peppermint Stiletto is
we
here.
don't want cheese.
I don't think we want pimento. Oh, wow.
Peppermint.
So this tantalizing stout is packed with flavor and decadence, perfect for a chilly holiday season. Get it before it's gone. And it says a minty nose spill into a tight sip, perfectly blended with the chocolate notes and full body of the flagship. And this is a 6.1 ABV.
Good.
So take this beer at your own risk.
Well, the aroma is peppermint.
Well, I'm telling you, I love the Black Stiletto in itself.
So now you smell.
Oh, and it's just like peppermint candy when you get on top of it.
Yeah, this is definitely you want to sit by the Christmas tree,
right?
And if you have a fresh one, so if you smell your fresh Christmas tree and then you smell this, you'd be like,
and
oh
the peppermintness of it.
Yeah.
And we just talked about in another video actually. Dave's nose sometimes doesn't pick up vanilla. You cannot miss the peppermint in this.
No,
this is peppermint in your face.
Well, they took the actual peppermint stick and threw them in and dissolved it. So you're going to get the thing. So, but let's see if we get this.
Well, yeah, it could be too much for all we know. We don't know.
Ooh, it is too much.
Your peppermint patty's coming to mind.
Yes, that is exactly
the chocolateness, but the mintiness.
Yep. That is.
I probably shouldn't say York peppermint patties. Some kind of peppermint patty candy. We won't brand it, but that's what it tastes like. Those little, or just those little thin mints you buy in the long boxes at Christmas.
You mean Junior Mints?
Well, yeah, kind of Junior Mints, or them off-brand ones you see in the drugstore, them little bitty ones.
Generic. But this has that wonderful freshness of the peppermint, but it's not overwhelming. It's not like you're like, oh crap, I've got all this.
Oh no, it's not overwhelming.
The blend, they must have like sat there and kind of tweaked it a bit.
You can see the brines right now, and Seth sitting there just figuring out how much chocolate with how much peppermint. Oh no, that's too peppermint.
Yeah,
this is just the right amount of chocolate. Oh no, that's too much chocolate. All fun. That would have been.
This is like better,
and best.
I'm really stoked about this one.
And to tie it back to what we said earlier, talking about mixing beers. Mixing flavor profiles, using the base beer, just like with the Ninja Porter.
Yeah, the Ninja Porter.
The Ninja Porter is a great beer by itself, but as seasonals come,
they've enhanced it more,
and it's a whole different experience.
And now this one,
based on the same, and this too,
the Black Stiletto,
right? A great beer, but they take it and tweak it just with that one ingredient.
Right.
As far as I know, there's only one extra ingredient, which is the peppermint.
Right.
But the peppermint enhancement of this beer.
Yep.
And it's, as Dave said, it so brings you to the season.
Yep.
And you can't drink this without thinking friggin' Christmas.
Yeah. Candy canes.
Friggin' Christmas.
Oh.
You can decorate your tree and drink this at the same time.
You're not kidding. Man, I'm honestly impressed. So impressed with this because you never know.
You
don't know. I know that would be bad, but you never know when they start adding things how much it gets added.
Mm-hmm.
But the blend is just right.
Because we've had too many beers that claim on the label or on the text to be one thing, and they kind of like, well, maybe, but it's not
as
prominent.
much as you expect. Right. It's either not prominent or too prominent.
Yeah.
We are like, okay.
This is not too pepperminty.
No.
If you're not into, you think it's like a candy beer, it's not that. The peppermint essence is strong.
Yeah, and and actually it took away from the coffee flavor. Mm-hmm. So if you don't like coffee, you'd be like, oh, I had the black stiletto. I like the coffee.
It's too bitter or something. No, this might be. You might like. I don't personally like it better than the regular.
You love the regular
because I love the regular, but I do like this a lot. I wasn't sure. It's not one of my favorite flavors. I wasn't sure I would do this.
Oh, this one. This is another one that I'm gonna have to wait. You know, November's gonna come around. I'll be the one going. So when are you guys gonna have it ready? When are you gonna have it? Is it coming out? When's it gonna have it ready? Yep.
Yeah, you'll be pain in it. Yeah. That's right. That's right. So we would encourage you again to pick up, of course, the Gizmo Brew Works peppermint, not pimento.
No,
the peppermint
stiletto.
And White Blaze, the Snow Flurry, which is just out.
Yep.
So you should be able to get this for a while. It is not
it's selling out.
And but it's not just for Christmas either.
Oh, okay.
So it should be around for January, February because it says something about
winter
or spring coming.
Okay.
And of course, this will be harder to find because it's very, again, limited and not widely distributed, but the Ninja brand.
That's everywhere.
And of course, Full Steam is one of our standbys. But make the trip to the brewery too.
It's cool. It's cool to do that with all these. Go to the brewery and get it.
But if you can't, find it somewhere. And if you can't find these, or
we have other ones.
And we did another video, but there's so many we didn't get to.
Right.
Because so many of the brewers are doing, as we said, a special something for the season. Even if it's a one-off that they don't package, they just do it for their bar patrons or taproom patrons. Get in there and see what craft beer can be that's seasonal and one-off and unique to the experience.
Holly King, Green Man.
Oh yeah, there's we had quite a list that we kind of thought we'd try to get, and this is what we wound up getting for today. And time and place has brought us to this, but. There's so many great options out there. And this is why we do these videos, of course, to try to introduce you to all the great things that are out there. So, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, have a good season, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever you're into these days. And for the NC Beer Guy, we remind you to celebrate the season as you feel like you should, and do it by drinking local and keeping your beer dollars in North Carolina.